Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into a comparison of the VA and VB generations of the Subaru WRX. If you've ever wondered which one is really worth your time, money, or actually what's changed between the two, this might be the video for you. We'll be breaking down everything from exterior to design, to performance, driving feel, and overall value. By the end of this, you should have a clear picture of which fits your driving style and maybe lifestyle a bit better. And as a quick disclaimer, I'm only comparing the WRX to the WRX and not the STI for this video. Let's kick it off with design. The VA generation had a more aggressive and angular look, sharper body lines, and a more traditional WRX shape. And of course, that had a signature hood scoop that really stood out. The VB, on the other hand, took a different approach. It's a little bit more grown up and refined, but also way more controversial. The plastic cladding around the wheel arches sparked a ton of debate in the community, but it has since led to aftermarket paint match options. Inside, the VB makes a huge leap forward. The VA had a pretty basic interior by modern standards, and it was definitely function first. It did have some nice touches in the higher trim levels though. But with the VB, it steps up with a way more modern cockpit. You also get a massive 11.6-inch display, better materials, and a more refined layout. Although some owners did complain that it was a little bit too basic, and it didn't feel like a sports car. But let's talk about performance. In terms of engine specs, the VA came with a 2-liter turbocharged boxer engine, making 268 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. It was named the FA20 engine. And the VB steps it up slightly with a 2.4-liter turbocharged boxer engine, making 271 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque, named the FA24. The VA had a peak boost of about 22 psi, but the VB had a peak boost of about 13. Meaning it would take way less boost to make about the same power, which leads to way less turbo lag in the VB generation. But what's more important than those small gains is the way that the torque was delivered. The VB has a much broader torque band, and you're getting a solid pull from around 2,000 RPMs all the way to 5,200, and that's nearly redline. Specs are one thing, but how do they actually drive? The VA feels more raw and aggressive. It's a bit lighter on its feet and has a way more mechanical, connected feel. And because of the turbo setup, you hear a way more turbo noise when doing a pull. The VB is smoother, the ride quality is significantly better, especially during daily driving, and the power comes strong and stays consistent thanks to that torque band. But it is a bit lackluster when it comes to feeling the road. Both generations come with a 6-speed manual, and it's nearly the same transmission, but the automatic options are where things change. The VA had a CVT option that most enthusiasts avoided, and the VB still uses a CVT, but it has been improved, and Subaru calls it the SPT. It reacts a bit quicker and feels a little bit more natural, although it's still not everyone's favorite. And in terms of handling, the VB has revised the suspension setup that offers a little bit more road compliance without sacrificing too much performance, and the steering feel has improved, and there's less body roll than the VA. In terms of safety and amenities, the VB has really stepped up. Subaru has implemented their eyesight system into these VBs. That gives the new WRXs adaptive cruise control, lane centering, making interstate driving a breeze. Not to mention the safety of the pre-collision braking that they have in all of their vehicles. And prices, they have gone up. There's no doubt they've gone up. And when the VB launched, it even saw a decent price bump over the VA anyways. But now in 2025, that gap is even wider. I spoke about that previously in my last video. So which one's better? Well, it depends on what you're looking for. If you want a raw, connected driving experience, and you care more about feel than features, then the VA is a very strong choice, especially if you're on a budget. But if you want something that blends performance with refinement, and you plan on dailying it maybe, the VB might be a better all-rounder. At the end of the day, it is a bit difficult to compare these because of the price difference. Some say you do get way more out of the VA because they're more affordable at the used price that they are at, and some will argue the VB. But I've driven both. Have you driven both? If you have, let me know in the comments and let me know which one you'd pick. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, please give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe for more WRX content just like this. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.